return of the sovereign champion back home to Ostrava, to the toughest city in the Republic.
Za Ostravu v Oktagonu neporažen, neoddiskutovatelný šampion welterové váhy.
David Pink Panther Kozma. With 5 title defenses.
Tak to je neskutečné. Tlačí a kola zasahuje. U Angeličkoviče blízko ukončení a Kozma to znovu dokázal.
And in the 6th, he will face perhaps the most dangerous challenge ever. The man who sent Bararoš to the ground.
Skočené koleno.
Brčák.
Další tvrdé údery.
Andrej Kalašnik.
Kalašnik je obrovský problém, nakonec. Representing Brazil.
Kajk Brito. Oktagon 37, December 3rd in Ostrava. Tickets available in the Ticket Portal network. This tournament will also offer us a very interesting lightweight division match between Marek Bartl and a man who we've seen already once before in Oktagon, Ebrahim the Butcher Hosseinpour. Hosseinpour has 6 wins under his belt and 6 defeats. He often accepts fights at the last minute, but this time he has had time to prepare for this mean striking opponent. Bartl has 2 defeats in a row on his record. He was defeated by Ryshavy and unexpectedly by Siroky as well.
Vše ve prospěch vítěze, kterým se stává Jan Široký.
He has 5 wins by KO and 3 submissions.
No a pozor, armbar, tak to by byla senzace doslova do písmene.
And now that Bartl is getting better at groundwork, this could help him achieve his 11th win of his career in his fight against Hosseinpour.
So the lights dim, the music goes up, and once again the Festhall is ready for another contest to welcome another German fighter to the cage. We are set for this man, Ebrahim the Butcher Hosseinpour, making his walk for the 2nd time to the Oktagon cage. Now, Brad, his first time came on less than 24 hours notice. A fighter dropped out of a fight with Karol Bombe Ryshavy, one of the stars of Oktagon, one of the highest finishing rates on the roster. And Hosseinpour made the journey all the way over to Slovakia on less than 24 hours notice, stepped on the agreed weight class for the scales, stepped into the cage. Now, everybody thought this guy was going to be done and dusted in under 2 minutes. Everyone thought this is an easy fight for Ryshavy. 24 hours notice, no preparation. But that's not how this guy is built. You look at his record, yes, it's 6-6, but that tells his story as well. He lives by the sword. He dies by the sword. His training partners say when you train with him, when you are there in the midst of just normal sparring, it's chaos. Chaos is a word they used again and again. He is an out-and-out fighter. He is somebody with a fire in his belly, and through that last fight, which took Ryshavy 3 rounds to finally get the finish, he earned fans. He earned the opportunity now tonight to step in here with a full camp and take on another favourite in Oktagon, Marek Bartl.
When you have some sort of opponent that's very unorthodox, very like crazy within their techniques, it's very hard to train for that type of person, because they become very unpredictable within their fights, you know. And that's what this guy is in abundance. You know, I always say this as a laughing way: if he doesn't know what he's doing, how am I supposed to guess what that guy's doing? It makes him very, very tricky and dangerous. But like I said, he took the fight on short notice, kind of shows what type of fighter he is, you know, like, and you say with the mixed record, living by the sword, dying by the sword, these five wins by knockout, he shows that he's a fast starter, he has heavy hands.
A fast start, heavy hands as well, making a statement on his walkout, holding that sign up. Notice that as well. If you look on his Tapology page, it comes from Iran, comes over from over here, now made his home in Germany, over in Berlin, Germany. You can see that Amir, one of his coaches, Amir was one of the guys that told me, listen, never count this dude out, never ever count this dude out. His story, the stuff he's gone through to become the man he is one thing, Then you add to that the way he fights in the cage. That phrase, never count him out. As a cornerman, as a coach, when you have that belief, when somebody can make something happen from nowhere, that is, you know, it's a blessing and a curse as a coach, right? Because your heart rate, your blood pressure must go up and down. But as a fan, as a fight fan, he is a matchmaker's dream.
It's one of those ones where, as a coach, you can't teach a fighter heart. They either have it or don't, and this guy has that in abundance.
In the cage for the second time, Ebrahim Hosseinpour. Here we go, welcome back, Marek Bartl. And that's it, he expected this. He expected this, he almost wanted this. This is a guy, and we talk about fighters. In his career, you look at his record, 10 and 11. Yeah, you go, wow, what does that mean? This guy has competed in all sorts of disciplines. Throughout his martial arts career, his martial arts life, he has competed in over 120 competitive professional combat sport bouts. That is boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, wrestling, grappling, mixed martial arts. And he is somebody that competed 4 weeks ago, Brad. 4 weeks ago in a Muay Thai fight against a high-level out-and-out Muay Thai fighter. This is somebody who always brings the fight. And when you look at ingredients for a contest, Brad, when you are sitting on the outside, making the mixture that will be the cake that we're going to eat tonight, there is no finer ingredients than these two. Not just their skill set, but their warrior mindset going at it tonight in the cage.
Also, not saying that Bartl is looking past Hosseinpour, but he's always talking about fighting again. He wants to fight again in the next show. This guy, I say, he wants to fight week in, week out. This guy could sign up to a fight every week. He will be there, you know. He's one of those kind of guys. It's what makes this fight kind of exciting. You know, like you always talk about fights and ingredients, and these two fights here kind of makes for kind of chaos, you know, and the chaos that I enjoy.
And we get to sit cage side to enjoy it. You get to enjoy it on your screens, and this man makes his way into the cage. He is a history maker here in Oktagon as well. He was the first ever athlete fighter to step into an Oktagon cage. Oktagon Challenge Season 1. Marek Bartl was the first athlete in the cage. Now, once again, stepping in there, taking on someone 10 years older than him, same height, same reach. You know, the records are for DJ's saying comes in right here, right now, because what you have in front of you, ladies and gentlemen, are two warriors, two absolute warriors, set and ready.
Our next contest is a lightweight bout. It's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Your referee in charge of this bout is Václav Přibyl. Let me introduce you both fighters, and we will start, as usual, in the blue corner. He is 39 years old, stands 182 centimeters tall, and weighs in at 70.8 kilos. Represents Sayato Performance Gym, and the coaches in his corner are Amir Taremizat, Matthias Severt, and Pusan Etasami, with a professional record of 12 fights, 6 wins and 6 losses. Fighting out of Germany, Ebrahim the Butcher Hosseinpour. In the red corner, he's 29 years old, stands 182 centimeters tall, weighs in at 70.3 kilos, and represents Oktagon Fighting Academy Gym Bratislava. And the coaches in this corner are Ilya Kondric and Igor Danish. With a professional record of 21 fights, 10 wins and 11 losses, representing Neruda Cup team Ital Market, fighting out of Czech Republic, Marek Bartl!
Follow my instruction, touch gloves if you want. I'll go back to your corner. Good luck, man.
We are set and ready for this lightweight contest. Marek Bartl in the red corner, black shorts, takes on Ebrahim Hosseinpour, the Butcher. He is in the white shorts, blue corner, inching forward already. Me, BRYAN, LACEY along, Brad, One Punch Pickett. And this, quite frankly, could steal the show between these two. Ooh, nice calf kick there to kick us off. Oh, Hosseinpour looking to get this to the mat early. And Hosseinpour, side control here. Marek Bartl has been working on his jiu-jitsu, working on his ground game. In fact, in an interview with Andre Novotny, he did a couple of weeks ago, Novotny said, listen, we know you love striking. You've had all these stand-up bouts, these fights, over 50 stand-up, competitive stand-up fights. He said, but we know your jiu-jitsu is coming on. Any chance we'll see this go to the ground? And there was a little wry smile in the eye of Bartl when he said no. Almost nodded his head at the same time. Trying to work for this triangle now, Brad.
Yeah, that's the kind of frame that you're going to expect him to be pretty good off his back. He's throwing up a triangle choke
he's going to get the reversal from it.
Brilliant.
Look at that, and Ebrahim turns round. Now look at the dexterity, look.
Oof. Yeah, again, it shows the danger. Hosseinpour's got to be careful here of the up kicks as well. Doing a good job of controlling the feet.
Bartl staying composed, so we already saw that nice little reversal there. He's working that, holding the ankle. Hosseinpour, he's going to take the back. He's going to take the back. Bartl scrambling. Hosseinpour looking to get back to his feet.
Exactly what we thought, Brian. This is a bit chaotic. You know, both guys just going all sorts. Both of them honestly making some tactical mistakes here, but back and forth, changing position after position. Kind of not too sure what he's going for here.
He's got the Kimura grip, but because he's over the top, it's difficult to move that. You can't extend, right?
His head's the wrong side.
Yeah. Big breath there from Bartl. Could use it to swim.
Yeah.
Could use it to sweep. 2 minutes 55 seconds now. Hosseinpour frees his head now. Hosseinpour, he trains with the likes of Rafael Xavier, which is the light heavyweight, I think number 2 or number 3 in the rankings. And he spars with him regularly, that jiu-jitsu black belt. So,
well, good luck for him. I won't be sparring a heavyweight if I'm a lightweight. So definitely props to him for doing that. But yeah, at the moment, I can just see that he's very aware of that. You see those long legs from Bartl, you know, very dangerous, but he's doing the right thing in his Hosseinpour. He's crushing him up against the cage. But he's using his legs very well. What's saving Hosseinpour here at the moment is his right arm around that side. Under that, you know, kind of underhook here. But be careful, because with the head being that side, you know that Bartl maybe try and set up a triangle choke the opposite side, but he's trying to look for some sort of wrist control, but Hosseinpour doing a great job of pushing up, maybe get some strikes in here now.
Pulls his hand out. A lot of pressure early on here from Hosseinpour.
Yeah, it's a good position, good beat down position here now.
Oh, he breaks that wrist away.
Yeah.
That's the key, right, Brad?
Yeah, very good. I mean, like, there's 2 different ways. You could go behind it and grab it, which is now commonly known as the Dagestani handcuff, or just pull it away because it's the base that you need to get back to your feet.
Oh, Bartl trying to turn back into him. Hosseinpour just keeping that high, well, the weight distribution high up on that Bartl, making it difficult. Stepping across now, Brad, he's in mount. Steps into mount, Hosseinpour.
Yeah, it's one of those mounts where the cage is kind of like in the way. Where it's you can't get up high, man, you're too low down on the legs. They're back to the feet for the last minute.
Oh, and the crowd appreciate that. Now Bartl stepping forward.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a point to prove at the end of this round here now.
But that's got to have worn on the gas tank, right, Brad? Oh, nice leg kick. Snaps that. The torque he got on that. Jumping knee.
Oh, doing so. He like gave up his back here. I've got a feeling he should survive the ground slipping away, but he's still got to be careful.
Commentators curse Brad Pickett. But you saw as Bartl went to his knees there and had his back taken, he shook his head. He was disappointed with himself there.
Yeah, but he had to do something, you're right. You know, he had to go out there and caution, you know, caution to the wind and try and do something within this fight. They're both of these guys.
Rambles.
Like we said it would be chaotic, and this is what it is.
Oh my goodness, Hosseinpour reversed the position as Bartl looked like he was going to come out on top. Now Bartl's trying to look to isolate a leg. Oh, heavy hammer fist, big shots from Hosseinpour.
You see him also kind of like doing a bit of head movement, trying to dodge his punch.
Wow, there you go, there you go.
I've never seen such good head movement on the floor then. He was slipping those ground and pound shots. But like I said, it was a very chaotic sort of round. We kind of come to expect this from both of these sort of guys. but the key thing was the positional prowess of Hosseinpour. Man has been in the more dominant position and landed good strikes on top. We saw glimpses of the danger that Bartl did off his back and also on his feet. Look back at here, some of the action, Brian.
Yeah, this is from the opening start of the round. You saw Bartl threw that kick, went to his back and tried some tricks, Brad. That reversal was lovely, but watch how Hosseinpour reacts straight away, turns over, knows the dangers of the triangle there. And then more gritty stuff toe-to-toe. High pace, Brad. You've got to ask what that's taken out of both of them.
Yeah, I always look at both fighters and I go back in the corner to see how they look. And to be honest, you see Hosseinpour's okay. He's halfway across the cage already.
Let's go. That's what he's saying. Yeah, and a little wipe down there from the cutman before we step out here for round two. And look, the odds have evened up. The odds have evened up from Bartl being in front to now neck and neck in the eye of the tip sport bettors. What's the keys here for Bartl? What's he need to do?
He's got to establish his striking. He's got very good striking. What's something he does? He overcommits to his shots. And with doing so, like, he throws too much of a high kick, and that's where he ended up down on the floor. That one, he threw a big jumping knee and gave up his back.
Oh, drop and roll. That's a mistake. Yeah, that's a big mistake there.
Both of these guys are making mistakes. He's getting up his back here. It's a very good position.
Oh, he's looking to get this under the neck. He's trying to feed that round. Yeah, now he's separated.
Yeah, he's trying to go for like a full Nelson, trying to push his head down here.
But again, it was a mistake, right? You saw Hosseinpour trying to use that judo throw off the shoulder. It's so hard to stay connected. He gave up his back, and this is a position Bartl, we know he's improving in his jiu-jitsu. This is what he was trying to work for, but Hosseinpour might twist his way out of this, Brad.
He's doing a good job with the cross wrist of stopping him doing that. The body triangle is such a hard position to get out of, but sometimes how sweaty people get, you know, he's doing a very good job of like straightening his right leg underneath the right leg of Hosseinpour, trying to keep him down here. Just kind of how I feel. I kind of feel that Hosseinpour will somehow get out of this in some crazy sort of way and somehow be on top. But at the moment, this is a very hard position. The only real submission you could get from here is a rear naked choke, really.
But you have time to work, right, as long as you're connected with this. And just try and describe to people what that body triangle does, because people think it's just a connection, but that's not the case, right? Yeah,
it really can restrict your breathing. It all depends, but done a good job here of switching it around to mount.
And again, you recognise the quality of the MMA fans we got in this arena when they applaud that, even if it's against the hometown fighter, that nice slick little move. But now Hosseinpour back to his feet.
It's really interesting to see that both of the strongest positions in both rounds were both mistakes led by the opponent.
Oh, nice. Oh, bit of blood coming from the nose now. There's a shot. Oh, he went for the shot but slipped, and now Hosseinpour takes the back, sets up the body triangle of his own, swings and roundabouts.
He's choking, for me, he's choking the wrong side. Don't get me wrong, he can do that, but he makes it a lot harder, more of a squeeze needed. Let's see what he can do in this position.
2 minutes, 15 seconds now in this second round. A totally different round compared to round number one.
He's actually doing a bit more damage, not even looking.
Yeah, and now he's got into mount as well, Brad. Hosseinpour finished round one, piling on the pressure with some big hammer fists.
He'll try and flatten his opponent out here. Can he do so? Got both hooks in. Hunting for that neck again.
And Hosseinpour, that first fight against Karo Rishavi, I can't give him enough credit for the fight he put in with less than 24 hours notice. Now he's coming up against another huge name in Oktagon in Bartl.
And this is a gritty performance.
How tough is Bartl as well? My goodness, he has taken some big shots, and now full mount again here for Hosseinpour.
Also, you got to feel like mentally how that does it for you.
Oh, there's a mistake. Bartel's going to end up on top.
This is just crazy.
It's not the type of stuff you're going to go back and drill with your youngsters, is it? But my goodness, it makes for fun watching here cage side today.
It does, both having their great moments and also both making massive mistakes within positionally, giving up these sort of positions.
Look at the significant strikes there. Hosseinpour leaps and bounds in front of his man, Bartl.
But we saw it in this round, is they both had the same position, but it's the damage for me that Hosseinpour, he was striking from the back, he was striking more from mount, doing a lot more damage.
Oh, the knee came up.
Missed, not by much.
Look at the pace Hosseinpour brings. Straight away, back to action. He's carrying some damage now as well. Jump knee from Hosseinpour. Another shot from Marek Bartl. That says a lot to me as well, Brad.
It does. I mean, I feel like he's kind of getting a little bit overwhelmed here by the pressure by Hosseinpour. He's doing a good job here of isolating, trapping that arm. He's chose to let go. Tries to get around to the back with 10 seconds. He'd be better off just punching in hammer fists, yep. But this sort of round is going to take a lot out of you if you're Bartl on the end of that.
So both times, both rounds, Hosseinpour is finished in a dominant position. Bartl, big deep breaths, carrying a lot of damage, Brad. There's blood coming from the nose and the mouth of the man. Marek Bartl. Hosseinpour, it's the pressure, right? His coach talked to us about it. His teammates, they just said he's relentless. You look at who he spars. The likes of Rafael Xavier. And he's putting that on show tonight, Brad. He took the last fight on 1 day's notice. This fight at full camp, but he was excited to show people the pace he can bring. The record is one thing.
But if you look back at that first round, we saw both of them being in the same position, but Hosseinpour was actually doing more damage from these positions. That knee just missed. And this is the end of this round, but it's that pressure is drowning Bartl, I kind of believe. Bartl, yet again, with glimpses. I mean, like, this is not over. This is not one-way traffic. I mean, for me, Bartl, he looks so dangerous on the feet with those knees and elbows. He has such a dangerous sort of fighting style and frame. But you kind of feel Hosseinpour just feels like he has his number.
Look at the smile on his face. They touch gloves, a little hug as well. Look, that's it. This is what it's all about. That's why we appreciate these modern-day gladiators, what they give, what they offer, what they sacrifice, and the performances they put on. And this, for me, another standout. Oh, an eye poke. Wee.
Yeah, you saw that. I think it was the left hand as it came out.
Just as he was throwing the punch, and again, not intentional there. Bartl, straight away, good body language. He's not the type of fighter that's going to look for a way out of this. This is not one that he'll look. We'll see it now, and again, it's just...
It's that bit.
There you go. Pause that second hand out.
He's saying he's ready to go. We're just going to get this fight back underway.
Off we go. Hosseinpour versus Bartl. Oh, and again, Hosseinpour moving forward, snapping that outside kick, putting the pressure on, and let the right hand connected. But Bartl, always dangerous, Brad.
It's one of those ones, I don't know if he was more off balance. There was a good little counter check hook. But you just feel, you know, you feel like Hosseinpour has his number, just charging forward. But also, it can be quite reckless because Bartl is very dangerous.
Hosseinpour closing the distance up against the cage. Bartl's going to do all he can, needs to do all he can to avoid the takedown, right, Brad?
Yeah, I mean, well, to be honest, both of them making mistakes. They kind of fill up with a takedown, and Hosseinpour may give up his back in the transition. But done a good job. Yeah, he's going to take it down himself here.
There you go. In the corner of Bartl right beside us, and they were elated with that move. Can he keep in there though, Brad? And the answer is no. Oh, that's a nice shot. It's a nice shot.
Another takedown. He's going for a dance maybe here. No, couldn't quite lock the arms up properly.
Hosseinpour looking to pull him away, and you saw the big, deep breath there from Marek Bartl.
Yeah, that's just the grittiness of Hosseinpour's sort of style, just grinding you. Going on
High
top
up
bit.
as well. Look how high that mount is, Brad. Bartl recognises it, tries to get his hips back in the game. We might see him wall walk or reverse.
Good reversal.
Oh.
That was a dangerous position to be in the third round, but also Hosseinpour not. A couple of warns, maybe a couple of these elbows where they landed, but Hosseinpour not resting on bottom here. Feet on the hips, you probably saw him kick him away. Bartl not doing much, maybe more having a little bit of...
exhausted, Brad. Absolutely exhausted. He's had 2 hard rounds prior to this. Hosseinpour as well looks so strong.
And that's the thing, neither of these fighters are settling for a bad position. That's what makes it more tiring. And yet again, it's just straight round to the back, body triangle. That was just too easy for me.
Yeah, that's
Brian.
again another sign of fatigue, I think, here. Hosseinpour applying the pressure, these peppering shots, not fight finishing shots, but might look to open up a submission opportunity here from the back. 1 minute 50 seconds as well to work.
Yeah, it's such a hard position to get out of here so late in this round, scoring a lot of points. Like I say, Hosseinpour is not just controlling his position, he's actually doing damage, striking, landing punches. But the corner's got to be on Bartl's.
Oh, there's that.
Case.
He's trying to do it now, lock it up under the chin. Bartl is fighting that top hand.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard side to finish, but it can be finished. I don't believe it's under the chin. But it just shows that Hosseinpour is not resting on believing he's done it. He's still trying to get this fight finished.
I thought the referee was going to stand him up there. He was just checking. I think mouthpiece maybe. Oh, that's going under the chin now. He's got that under.
I don't know. You can see the wincing on the face.
Bartl trying to stay in this fight.
It's close to slipping under. It's going to make it tired. He's trying
now
to
he's adding the hips into this. You can see the grimace on the face here of Marek Bartl.
Oh, he's doing the right job fighting that hand. The tape as well on the hand of Hosseinpour. It's too late now to even worry about it. Should be cut off. Yeah, but it's, you know, such a gritty performance from both guys. But basically, Hosseinpour showing that he's a problem for anyone in this weight class.
It's just the start. This is how he finished round 1, round 2, and he's looking to do it again in round 3. Might try and get the finish before the end of round 3. Elbows coming down here. Hosseinpour looking for the finish here in the Festal Frankfurt. Bartl trying to survive. Oh.
Saved by the bell.
Oh my goodness. Piling on the pressure at the end.
But what a way to put a stamp on the end of a fight, and that just shows Hosseinpour what he's about. He could have just stayed in that dominant position and grinded out a victory, but he was still to the end going for a finish. Hats off to Bartl as well. Tough customer. Made this fight very exciting for what it was. But that man, Hosseinpour, great job here tonight, Brian.
Well, listen, he earned this shot. He earned this. He's got a record of now 7-6, more than likely. I mean, the judges' scorecards have still got to come in, but it would be something crazy to see it go any other way. But in his last fight, took it on 24 hours' notice. Had nothing to lose, Brad. Stepped in, everything to gain, and the thing he wanted to gain was an opportunity to fight on this stage with a full camp. He earned it, and you've got to make the most of those opportunities. The way he fought, the pressure he brought, the tenacity, the pace, that shows the sacrifice he's put in the camp to get to this moment. And look at the difference in significant strikes, in punches.
Yeah. And that's it. Sometimes you need a platform like this to try and rejuvenate some sort of career. And that's what I feel like he's got here. The Hosseinpour, he just seems excited to be on a stage like this and putting on fights like that. Forget about records. I always say records of a DJ.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You fight like that, my friend. You'll be on. I'll put you on every card.
So This one will go to the judges' scorecard. For this one, we will need one man, the man with the mic. And that man is the one, the only Mr. Andrei Novotny.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's see how the judges score this fight. 30-27, 30-27 and 30-26, all for the winner who's coming from the blue corner, Ebrahim Hosseinpour.
Ebrahim, erstmal Glückwunsch. Hi. Erstmal, Ebrahim, klasse Leistung, Glückwunsch zu deinem Sieg, war ein wirklich mitreißendes Duell, jeder hatte seine Momente und wir kennen dich natürlich als gestandenen Striker bei Oktagon, jetzt hast du alles gezeigt, hast gewonnen, erzähl, wie geht's dir damit und was kommt als nächstes für dich?
Erst einmal, hallo Frankfurt. Ich habe mich sehr gefreut, dass ich hier in Frankfurt, ich habe schon mal in der Nähe von Frankfurt 2 Jahre gelebt und ich habe mir so den Kampf gegönnt, hier zu sein und zu kämpfen. Und vielleicht sind ein paar Leute, alte Bekannte sind in der Halle. Ich grüße euch, ich grüße jeden, der hier mich unterstützt hat. Einfach eure Hände. Ja, ich hab zum ersten Mal einen Kampf bekommen durch meinen Trainer Amir Taramizad, dass ich 2,5 Monate wusste, gegen wen dass ich kämpfe. Das war einfach großartig. Mehr konnte nicht sein. Und ja, ich habe mich sehr gut 2,5 Monate gut vorbereitet. Takedown und oben, Stand, unten, alles vorbereitet mit meinem Trainer Nico Samsonice und mit meinem Trainer Matthias Seewert. Ich danke euch.
So he says he's been living very close to Frankfurt for 2 years and he's happy for everybody who's in attendance, everybody who comes to and watch to support him fight. This is the first fight where he had a full fight camp with 2.5 months, so this was quite new for him. It's been going very well, so we look forward to see you again. Herzlichen Glückwunsch, bis zum nächsten Mal.
Letztes Wort. Ich danke Oktagon, dass ich hier kämpfen durfte zum 2. Mal. Ich danke André und alle, die vor die Vorbereitung da gewesen waren. Ich habe euch alle lieb.
Vielen Dank, Ebrahim Hosseinpour. Dankeschön.
You can see exactly what it meant to that man, Ebrahim Hosseinpour. Kinsale trying to do what Vermola couldn't finish. Big shot. He's down. He's down. That is your middleweight king. His name is Patrick Kinsale.
Serem na Patryka Kinsla.
Ve finále nejvíc trapnil sám sebe.
A magnificent rematch for which the Czechs and Slovaks have waited 4 years is finally here. Rivals.
Celý ty 4 roky se Carlito do mě různě obouvá.
Champions.
Ještě tady lítá nějaká malá, tlustá 77 s mým pásem.
Mně přijde, že Karel tomu českému MMA jako škodí.
The light heavyweight title is not enough for Terminator. He wants to hold the middleweight title as well.
Vás, co má pučenej to malý hovado, tak bych si ho vzal zpátky domů.
Patrick Inspector Kinsale versus Carlos Terminator Vermola.
84 je jediný pravý šampion zde.
December 30th, O2 Arena, Prague. Tickets for sale on ticketportal.cz and ticketmaster.cz.